Hey luminaries, this is a really fun necklace that we're going to make in this video. So what you'll need are, I'm actually going to use about 20 mini fruit pom-poms. So I have 15 pineapples. I'm probably going to just use one strawberry, an orange or a peach, and then 2 watermelons is likely what I'm going to use. I've actually already laid out my pattern prior to doing this video, so I recommend the same for you. I have here, I think 5 tassels made out of raffia. I think the mixture of these two textures are really nice, and then 1 raffia pom pom. So I'm going to provide a link for the pineapple and the fruit pom-pom in the bottom of this video, but basically this is what they look like. So to make a pineapple or watermelon, strawberry, they're all the same. And the formula real quickly is going to be different because we're going to make them in miniature. So this is 25 revolutions of 3 strands of yarn. So basically it's 75 single strands. When you wind your pineapple, you're going to actually mix colors. So either way, no matter what you do, you want to have 75 combined. It doesn't matter for watermelon or strawberry. You want to have 75 combined strands of worsted weight yarn. And then up here is 2 colors of green that I went just, I think 20 to 25 single revolutions are fine. So if you're double stranding it, just go about 12 revolutions, and then you tie and trim as you would for anything else. And then for the raffia, you just take raffia, and for about this size of raffia, you could actually use color synthetic raffia as well. So up to you. I have natural ones here, which are really nice. So I went about 15 revolutions. Excuse me. And then for the pom-pom, same, you just tie it differently, but go at least 50 revolutions, I should say. So that's a little bit more plump. And one quick tip for the raffia pom-pom, if you want it to be pretty flat like this, you could put a glue gun, put glue around it, and then just hold it so that it becomes flat like this. But to me, this is fine to show a little bit of that tight middle tie. It doesn't really matter. Oh, let me just cut this off. This one's sticking out. Oops. Okay, so you'll have your mini pom-poms and raffia details. You need scissors. You will need a nylon cord or a cord of some sort that's actually pretty slippery or can glide your pom-pom pretty well, and it's pretty sturdy. This is 1 millimeter. 0.8 millimeters fine too, and slightly thicker than that's fine. You don't need this part, but I'm going to use it. I have here recycled silk yarn. This is just going to be at the top back of my necklace, and it will land on the back of my neck, and that's really nice because in that way it feels really good. You don't want to have pom-poms in the back of your neck because it'll just be itchy. And then you need some needles, and I'm just gonna probably use a straight needle. I have a slightly bent tip one. You could use that one as well, it doesn't really matter, but I'm gonna probably use my thin straight tip one in this case. And then that's all you need. So let's start. What you're gonna do first is you're gonna just thread your needle and your cord. And what we're going to do is we're going to use method 2 of attaching a pom-pom. So what that means is that method 2, if you're not familiar with it, I'll link it to the video as well, is that when you're attaching a pom-pom to anything, you want to see which method you want to use. So method 2 basically goes in the opposite direction of your tight middle tie here. Method 1 goes right underneath that, and that's better for things like hats and sweaters that you're going to attach your pom-pom. But basically for this, you're going to look for that tight middle tie, and then you're going to take your needle into the side of that. So I'm going to leave this here so you could see. And that tight middle tie, similar to here, this is where that tight middle tie is. So you're going to, okay, so this is where my tight middle tie is, and I could tell already it's going in this direction. So I'm going to take my pom-pom, my needle, and insert it through the pom-pom like this. Okay, so let me do that again. So just gently You want to not pull too hard and be gentle. And sometimes if you pull, you might have some yarn sticking out. Just take the your scissors and just trim that. Okay, let's do this again. Okay, that is my middle tie right here. So I'm going to go on the side. Right there, pull through gently. Oops, see, some yarn came out, not a big deal at all, because my tight tie is pretty tight and then this pom-pom is pretty dense. So that could happen occasionally. Doesn't happen too often, especially if you're using a metal needle, so I must have caught something just right at the right spot. So you want to go gently, gentle. Okay, a few pieces of yarn's coming out again. That's fine. Whoops. This one's really went into the middle of the yarn. Okay, so now we have 3. So as I mentioned to you, I've already laid out my design prior to doing this video. So I know already I'm gonna put in a tassel. Okay. So that just goes in right into the head of the tassel. I'm going to do a few more of these pom-poms. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward because this is going to be repetitive. And I'll meet you back when I put this Raffia Pom Pom on, since that's a little bit different. Okay, so look at how cute that is. I'll go over the formula as well, and I'll leave it on the detail if you want to make a copy of this one. Okay, so now for the Raffia Pom Pom, all you do is, you could easily see your tight middle tie, and so you're just going to go right down the middle right here. Okay, right there. Oh, so cute. It's coming together. So, you know, quickly too, over time, some of your, pom-pom might get shaggy. The easiest way to clean it up is just take scissors and just snip tiny bit off, and then you're all set. Okay, so these are leftover that I didn't use, so I'll just set these aside. Look at how cute. Look at how cute. Okay, so now you're gonna have long strands right here at the end. Now you could just wear it like this, tie this and wear that, totally up to you. I'm going to show you how to just add fabric strips on, so if you want to have just additional texture and interest to your piece. What I do recommend though is before you do this, you go to a mirror and measure and see where all of this lies. And real quickly, make sure all the pom-poms and the tassels are snug to one another, and that there's not a lot of space in between. You could actually leave space if you want to. It's up to you. That's more of a look thing, aesthetic. So I like mine pretty firm across next to one another. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take your fabric piece, have the end pointing in the same direction of your end here, and you're just going to make a knot. So I'm going to make a single knot, and this is up to you. You could actually make a double knot as well, so that would be extra secure. So totally up to you. It's a preference thing. I'm going to do a single knot because sometimes maybe this might get old and I might want to change my mind to a different color. Whatever it is, it'll be easier for me to remove. But double knot will help you make it really, really secure. Okay, so now you're going to push everything so that it's flush like this. Maybe you want to leave a tiny little bit of space. And now again, making sure that the end is pointing in the same direction as the end here. Give it a little slack and then tie. And you could cut your nylon pieces off if you like, or leave them hanging. almost looks like some sort of fringe or something like that. Could be really, really cute. So up again, aesthetic, up to you if you want it really neat, really cute, or you want it to have some additional visual interest. Oh my gosh, this is just so cute. And it's just completely happy making. Enjoy, everyone.